Greetings, citizens. I am your host, Jay Voodoo Child, and this is Manor Lords. This is the third, or actually, I guess, fourth installment of a project that I'm doing, trying to get the perfect start. And this video is going to be about the perfect May, because we are in patch 0.8.35, which is a major one. It pretty much completely changed the game. And so all the old guides are out, and we're kind of diving into this new game basically to figure out all the mechanics and all the changes and find optimizations and post guides for you all to kind of min max your way to success. And this is kind of a departure from my kind of normal setup, and I am just basically cramming everything I can into the starting zone. I don't have extensions on any of my houses. It's just to get people in houses to get that production labor force increase, get full capacity on my families, and put them to work. And so I've got rich berries and wild animals. This is my first animals campaign, and boy, the fluctuations, the growth rate on animals is significant. And so the default minimum is 12, and you will start doing some I guess trapping, since the development points are no longer. I put 4 people into this forage hut and just quickly buried 50. I think I ended up pulling 46 berries out of there, and one uptake was 15. So I've got, plenty of time. Actually, I got one more tick before I have to send someone back down there. But right now, I am going to. It is May the 1st. So I'm going to put all 3 people in here. And 246 days. I guess there's a loose question out there whether this goes down at the same rate regardless of whether you have 1, 2, or 3 families in here and working. I believe it does go down at the same rate, and so my approach is to put everyone in there at the same time. Can't show it there. So I have a goal for 13 timber, and then I'm going to pull these people out and do something else with them. In fact, let's put the 4-speed on this. So we are not using the second ox that much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still want them. Alright, so we've finished that. We have 2 housing left. So 1 for mid-month and 1 for the next. So I don't need to build something immediately. I can start doing that towards the end of May, depending on how we go. Let's see here. Yeah, we are going to keep going until we've got those 13 timber. And keep an eye out on you. So yeah, we're already at 1515. So high birth rate. That probably doesn't need to be as significant. But it is helping our small game income. So we can hopefully hold on to this extra food variety for a little bit longer. But maybe the perfect June is bringing in a whole bunch of food. Alright, we gotta pay attention here. So 8 timber. Alright, you've hit your tick. We're down to 2 months of fuel. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Alright, we've got 8 timber. So I can start on the planks right now. And then have one person hanging out. Down in the berries. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, these are already 15 to 15, so. This is going to be a full-time job now, it looks like. So the next building slots. Do I want them down here? Alright. So, yeah, let's do another save. So this is going to be perfect game 7. Or a perfect start. And we're going to have 100 of these, so better subscribe. Alrighty. And we are going to where can we fit the saw pit? So I guess the church is going to go someplace else. But yeah, having this right across the street from the Ox is a good idea. All right. We've got 6 timber left, so we're going to add a livestock. We are going to set planks at 20. And put 2 people in here. Durability days left 180. That doesn't make any sense to me. So it's 6 months. Oh, okay. I see what this is going on. It's going to be 1 tool every 6 months for a total of 2 per year. That's kind of interesting. All right, so wait. Was that our mid-May? It's the 18th. So that's it. We've had our perfect March and April, and it's paid off in May. We're at 63% now. We're still in the light green. And we just need to keep up with having open housing. And we'll be able to maintain 2 population per month. Perfection. So we don't need the church. That's good to know. I don't know what would be ideal. Going for the church. Going for... Because I have the rich iron. Yeah, to go for the manor, and that way I don't need the manor until trade is up and running. So, and again, I've got, for my situation, I've got stones close by, so that's no big deal. And I'm thinking 12 is not enough. So, I have an open house for the beginning, and I just need to have a second home available for mid June. And I will continue to run. I'm down to dangerous levels on my fuel. Okay. We got two people here. I'm not sure whether they're actually doing anything. So you're just waiting. So the second person just doesn't do anything, as far as I can see. So that's a kind of waste of person there. So that's something I'm going to have play out. Do you do anything? Oh, you are crafting. But you're growing home. So you just alternate? Yeah, you just alternate. That seems silly. Oh, is my warehouse picking it all up? Alright, we got the 20 planks. So is it back to timber? I think so. Oh. And we're going to kick the livestock. And we're just going to put you on pause. Not that that's necessary, because right now the... Actually, let me... So we only done 5 days. So 175. And what do we need for what's remaining? 5 there, and then 6 here, so 11? No. Okay, 5. And 6. So yeah, 11 more. Now the bandits can come by and pick up the planks. That would be disappointing. Alright, so we got a steady income of berries and things. So we've got dedicated food, or dedicated 4 populations. Right in here, we got the variable 3. That's our 7. All right, we got the 11. Now, so or do we want 13 for that extra house? Yeah, let's get 13 for the extra house. Debranching trees. Yeah, so should be soon. Okay, there we go. And we are May 30th. All right. 227. That's still 175. So that's an example of maintenance is paused even without it being paused on the building itself. All right. And we get to decide on the construction. Do we want the trade first? I mean, we can definitely start trading away berries. I don't know which I want first. I guess it's all going to be based on... Alright, let's get the kiln down first. That way, as soon as this taps out at 50, we can just migrate those over, and it should be done by then. Second, let's say the house. Let's put the house over here. And that's going to be set up for the traders. And it's going to be double wide. That's a lot of space. All right, and then work out so well. I don't know why this is so difficult. So yeah, let me pause and try and figure this out. All right, we've got our plots out. We've got one family available until June 1st. And And so we will wrap up the episode here. That was the perfect May. It was the payoff for what we had set up in April and getting our approval above 60 to kind of have that 2 populations per month. And now we are starting to blend into what the map is available and the nodes. And we got dedicated spots going for storehouse, granary, hunting camp, and probably now the forger hut. We're just going to keep someone down there permanently. So that's 4 committed there. We got 3 committed, and they're rotating between the woodcutters lodge, the charcoal kiln. We've got the backup over here, and the logging camp. We've got 2 auctions out and about. I'm building a 3rd place here that eventually I'll convert this into a double. And I wanted to kind of give a little bit space between this building that's going to be right here in the corner and this building right here. I didn't want them kind of cramping up this alleyway, if you will. And also we can put the warehouse over here when this area starts to clear out. Let's take a look at that. So, yep, no trees are being busted here. And this can collect from the kiln. And yeah, so all that, we're not going to run into any problems with fuel because this is about to get up and running. I got 368 days. There's going to be 268. So we are all set there. And since we are not going for this origin that gives us extra income based on occupied Burgess spots for level 1, I'm probably going to start building the double wides going down here. And actually probably the next ones are going to be over here once I kind of decide how much, whether 1 is enough, whether 2 is going to be good. And start relocating some of this stuff. So yeah, things are progressing nicely. And, you know, we even have the resources to get a church going if we needed. So we're good to go there. And that's a big accomplishment in and of itself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if so, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Click the bell icon to be notified when I post potentially the perfect June. What goals would you set for the next stage of the game? I pretty much got everything up and running. I guess the true test is to kind of get some money income going in and what to do with that. Are your first purchases horses? Do you want to get the second trader up and running with a second horse going? And will we have enough charcoal production to facilitate that? And what does that mean for our population? Now that we know that our population is going to be growing to a month, it does change significantly the kind of paradigm of what we can do with our towns within certain time frames. And so all of this is very interesting. I may just wrap it up here. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and please share with me your comments. And thank you all for watching. Take care, everyone.